Welcome to a bit of a different review here on Ray Rono Does Music, where today we're reviewing a music-oriented movie's soundtrack, that being American Satan. As you can obviously tell by the fucking title there, or up there, God only knows with how YouTube keeps changing the layout. So put together by the people at Sumerian Films, an obvious offshoot of Sumerian Records, this movie starred modern scene musicians such as Ben Bruce and Andy Biersack, along many other notable names such as, I hate saying this name out loud, Boo Boo Stewart and Malcolm McDowell, the god himself. Whew, bless me child. So focusing on the actual music throughout the film, I lost my place in my script. Focusing on the actual music throughout the film and this release, the vocals are actually done by Pelé Royale, I hope I pronounced that right, lead singer Remington Lath, I hope I pronounced that right. There's no proper pronunciation here on Ray Rono Does Music. Take a shot every time I mispronounce something. So Andy Biersack, the man who plays the lead singer of the fictional band within the movie The Relentless, is obviously with the band Black Veil Brides under, I believe, Universal Records. I might be wrong there. So obviously, this being a Sumerian film, you can't exactly bring in Andy's voice, and I think this was actually a very good move bringing in Remington, as his voice is perfect for the songs in this movie, with that unmistakable tone and range, bringing in at times slow, tenuous, methodical, and melody-driven rock and roll, and at other times fury-driven rage metal. The lead single, Let 'Em Burn, was a breath of fresh air that not only built hype for the movie, but the rest of the songs that would come after. And with the following songs and eventual release of the entire soundtrack, we have an album that somehow beats out actual real albums put out by bands this entire year so far. So, like I said, the lead singles are definitely the best part of this, with Me Against the Devil tackles the obvious theme of fighting the devil, fighting this evil influence while trying to create your own self-indulgence and freedom spirits, a common theme present within the actual movie American Satan. I personally think, that if they kept it restricted to the core singles that preceded the movie's release, they would have been fine, but Sumerian Records, Remington Lath, and the rest of the musicians here took this a step further and actually produced a 10-song, you heard me, 10-song album here, and it's fantastic. However, though, as you dive into the songs that remain on the album, you see a very steep decline in quality. Songs like Cadence of My Heart and Hey Hey, My have repeating choruses and very bland lyrics. While I understand it's for a movie, so you're not exactly going to put the same heart into this as you put into an actual album that you would put out for your own band, this just feels lazy at times with how it just goes, hey, my, over and over. And maybe that's trying to capture the old spirit. There's dust. There was dust right there. Maybe they're trying to capture the old spirit of classic rock and metal, where it just tries to repeat the same thing and go with the flow throughout the song, but it just doesn't cut it here. Now, obviously, with these songs put together for a movie, the commercial success of the songs was, of course, secondary to the movie, so I can't really fault these songs too much, but at the same time, I'm a music reviewer, so I gotta look at these and say to myself, hey, why do these suck so much? I said that, they suck. Night in White Satin just feels like a desperate plea for trying to put in a slow song for the sake of having a slow song. And when you put that up against Let 'Em Burn, or Forgive Me Mother, or We Lose Control, it's just this fact that there's almost 2 releases here coming together to form this clustered mess, almost. It just doesn't piece together. It's like that puzzle where you have that one puzzle piece that got a little warped in the production, and you can't finish the puzzle. You're trying to force it in there, and when you finally force it in there, it causes like 15 other pieces to like jump out or get jagged too. And when you try and hot glue it together, you just have this tilted, disjointed thing. You can look at the image, you know what the image is, but say it's like a Harry Potter puzzle, Harry's face is all fucked up, Hermione's missing a boob, and Ron has 2 penises. That was a very, very odd description there, but hopefully I got my point across. So one could argue that the devil and Satan concepts here can even become stale over time, but I think they're actually handled quite well because they're not the core of every single song here. Obviously with some like Forgive Me Mother and again Me Against the Devil, it's in the title name. Those key themes are very present, but they don't get overdone like many albums, and singles by bands tend to do. So, with the aforementioned themes of self-indulgence and freedom, they're actually handled pretty well here, and I believe that you have a solid release that, even with all its faults, like I said, tops some of the releases that have actually taken place throughout this year. So, with that said, I'm torn between calling this solid and bad, so I'll just settle somewhere in the middle. I'm going to be giving this album a 7.5 out of 10, very regrettably, as I enjoyed the lead singles, and if it was just Let 'Em Burn, We Lose Control, Me Against the Devil, and Forgive Me Mother, fuck, I probably would have given it a 5 out of 5, honestly, dead ass. But here we are with a bunch of disappointing songs accompanying it, and I just can't bring myself to give this a proper good scoring here. So, there it is. Link down in the description below to Let Him Burn, because that was my favorite. Ooh, god damn, I love his voice. And hey, if the movie's playing around you, definitely go check it out. Just beware that there's like 50 sex scenes, and you're going to be very angry at one of the characters. Trust me, I'm angry too. I'm very pissed off. But, like I said, got some videos over here, hopefully, if the YouTube algorithm played well. Go down in the comment section, let me know what you think. Dispute some facts with me, I'll dispute them right back. Like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe. I'll catch you later.